Hello, I'm back. Those of you who are watching the videos in sequence, the cornbread is all done. Yay! So we are now at the coming of Beowulf. Okay, you did your one sentence summary. I want to go to my slideshow. Wait, I'm going to go back. Change this really quickly to leaped. All right, now I feel better. And present. Okay, really quick about kennings. I had them in our epic slideshow. Kennings are two-word metaphorical names for something. So Whale's home is the sea. They're like little riddles as you read. So if you go back to line 79, mankind's enemy continued his crimes. Okay, that's Grendel because he's against mankind. And then in line 104, we have Halfdane's son. All right, if you were not really familiar with the Danish families of this time period, this would be troublesome for you. This is also called a patronymic. I also had that with my epic slideshow. Halfdane's son is another name for Hrothgar because Halfdane is his father. But you'd have to know some of that history. Also, if you look at lines 109, 110, we have Hygelac's follower and the strongest of the Geats. Well, Beowulf is Hygelac's follower because at the point in time when Beowulf comes into the story, Hygelac is the king of the area where he lives. Hygelac is also Beowulf's uncle, and so there's a good relationship there between them. Now, if you go to line 153, that's going to be on page 44, it says, "Across the sea road to this country of mine." Sea road is our kenning there. So sea road, it's the passageway that a ship would take. So something on water, right? Sea road. So we will be noting some kennings as we go on through here, making sure that the understanding isn't lost by using these nice little two-word metaphorical names. Okay, I don't want to go here yet. You're going to have to wait for that. So the coming of Beowulf. So the living sorrow of Halfdane's son simmered, bitter and fresh, and no wisdom or strength could break it. That agony hung on king and people alike, harsh and unending, violent and cruel and evil. Yeah, imagine if you had a Grendel problem. That wouldn't be very good. Okay. So, remember how we had that line that I just fixed? The news leaped across the sea. So way off in Geatland, Beowulf hears, "Hey there, monster." Ooh, I like killing monsters. If I kill another monster, people will really think I'm tough and heroic. I think I'll go over to Hrothgar's land and see if I can't get rid of his monster, right? So in his far-off home, Beowulf, Hygelac's follower and the strongest of the Geats, greater and stronger than anyone anywhere in this world, heard how Grendel filled knights with horror and quickly commanded a boat fitted out, proclaiming that he'd go to that famous king. Would sail across the sea to Hrothgar, now when help was needed. None of the wise ones regretted his going. Much as he was loved by the Geats, the omens were good, and they urged the adventure on. I think there's something that they're not quite saying here. None of the wise ones regretted his going, like, oh, thank goodness that loudmouth is leaving. All right. Like if you've ever seen the movie, let's see, Bug's Life. And I don't know what that ant's name is. The one who's always making things and causing trouble. And he says, "I'm going to go find us some hero bugs." And they're like, "Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, get out of here." And these wise ones are actually kind of thinking the same thing. Yeah, you go, take care of that monster. Maybe he won't come back. Yay. You got to read between the lines here. On the good side of things, the omens were good, so it doesn't look like he's going to die. He might make it home. So they urged the adventure on. So, Beowulf chose the mightiest men he could find. Hey, you come with me. You're pretty strong. Oh, you're good with a spear. You come with me. You can defend yourself pretty good. Come on. The bravest and best of the Geats, 14 in all. So 14 in all that he chooses, 15 including himself, at least one would think, and led them down to their boat. He knew the sea, would point the prow straight to that distant Danish shore. That way, men, let's row, and sail if they could. Then they sailed, set their ship out on the waves under the cliffs, ready for what came. They wound through the currents, the seas beating at the sand, and were borne in the lap of their shining ship, lined with gleaming armor, going safely in that oak-hard boat to where their hearts took them. Some really nice alliteration there. Gleaming armor, going, and then shining ship. Ooh, yes. Okay. The wind hurried them over the waves. The ship foamed through the sea like a bird. Ooh, like a bird. The ship is like a bird. Simile. Until, in the time they had known it would take, standing in the round curled prow, they could see sparkling hills, high and green, jutting up over the shore, and rejoicing in those rock-steep cliffs, they quietly ended their voyage. Hey, look, guys! There's green cliffs over there! Yeah, we made it! Woo! All right, jumping to the ground, the Geats pushed their boat to the sand and tied it in place, mail, shirts, and armor rattling as they swiftly moored their ship. Okay, mail, chainmail. It's got these little rings all hooked together so that when you have a whole shirt of that, if somebody pokes at you with a spear or shoots at you with an arrow, that metal is so close together that it protects you, and it should bounce right off. Lord of the Rings fan, Mithril, even better. So they're wearing their mail shirts, wearing their armor, rattling as they moored their ship because they don't know what to expect. So they're getting off their ship already, geared up and ready to go face this monster. And then, these guys are good Christians. And then they give thanks to God for their easy crossing. Okay, so we see Beowulf has arrived with his men. That's actually where we stopped in class. Okay, I still don't want to go there. I'm going to pause this video, so it's going to be a short one. And I will do what we will cover in class and beyond the next time.